Huh? Ready. Yes? Yeah. Ready. Yes? Ready. Yeah. Let's go! Let's go!
This is private property.
And don't think I wouldn't enjoy blowing you to bits.
I am programmed not to respond to threats until attacked directly. I have been programmed to defend myself accordingly. But even if I am terminated, another will take my place. You will still be denied entrance. Leave immediately. Only those on official family business are permitted within the estate.
These settlers have come to Dantooine seeking privacy. Perhaps we should respect their wishes.
Holding out on us again. Since you haven't given us enough money, I guess we're gonna have to take it out of you piece by piece.
No, please! Take my wife and children instead. Anything!
Wife and children. Sounds like a good idea.
What?
Achuta, Wonga. Ronda di Hotonga kun hankabi. Mujashak bakat. Kieno no namapaule ta kumjus takmiki grabel mogo. Kachichu jedabadwana ni dibobo. Tong na bungsha nununya. Ronda di Hotonga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunote ka chi kun ita hodonga ik tong haitwam jiji jum lumpa nita poe tikito dol runda di hodonga kun hankabi wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunote tukning chatukun ne mule rabes Kachikun Idahodonga, Ikinkuno Pamulerachi, Runda di Hodonga kun Hunkabi, Wanakun Bez Ching Palamule, Kachikun Idahodonga, Ikinkuno Pamulerachi kun, Slimo Podona, Runda di Hodonga kun Hunkabi. Wanakun bez Kachikun Idahodonga, Ikinkuno Pamulerachi. Runda di Hodonga kun Hunkabi. Wanakun bez Ching Pala. Mujashak bakat. Kieno no namapaule Rachikun.
Another Jedi, huh? Helping that Twi'lek. I'm Ricard Lusoff. Maybe. Well, I was out hunting Iriaz when I spotted one over here by the bridge. I pull out my rifle and aim at it. I couldn't see it that well, mind you, because the damn sun was in my eyes. So I shoot it and it drops. I walk over here and find Handon standing over Calder's body. So why don't you get this whole farce over with and send that whiner Handon to the prison he belongs in?
Ah, greetings. You must be assisting Master Baluk in his investigation. I'm Handon Gould. Perhaps you've heard of me? Well, I presume you wish to hear my story, then. I shall tell you, of course, but there's not much to it. I'm sure that you'll agree that Rickard is quite obviously guilty of murder. You see, I was out here running earlier today. Yes, running. I do that a lot. Can't stand speeders, never use them. Keeps me in shape, too, you know. Anyway, I was out running on the other side of that bridge there, and all of a sudden I heard a shot coming from over here. I ran over and found this man Calder lying on the ground, dead. And I saw Rickard come skulking out of the shadows of the rocks south of the river, and I knew something was wrong. I hit my emergency button and called the Enclave right away. Well, there. That's my story. Now, please hurry this up and arrest Rickard so I can get on with my day.
Greetings, apprentice. You must be the one master, but I am an information retrieval droid. I can assist you by access. If you have any need of my service, I have already retrieved some information from the archives on Golden Metic, Ricard Lusoff, and Handon. Is there any info? My preliminary analysis of the body indicates that he was killed approximately 3 hours ago by a single energy blast. Is there any other information you need? These plains are rife with wild animals, not all of them benign. The Irias are mostly docile, but can easily be... There have been over 35 catalogued attacks on settlers by cat hounds in the last 2 weeks. A general advisory was given. SWTOR farms and holdings dot the plains and can provide safe refuge for those in need. Is there any other... Very well.
Ako pa, Checo pa. Ronda di hotonga kun hangkat ta kung just takmiki grabul mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Tolbabank, wale ogan jeda badawana ni di bobo. Tong nabungsha nununya. Tong batukas magtalea. Tong haitwam jiji jumblumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwaleo gandona chuchut. Kachi chu ita muchashat pakat. Kieno no namapa. Tong haitwam jiji jumblumpa. Nita poe tikito. Dolpa da bonkwaleo gandona chuchut. Kata kung just takmiki grabul mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. Kachikun ita hodonga. Iking kuno pamulerachi kun. Slimo podona rundi hodunga ku hunkabe. Muchashat pakat.
How can I be of further assistance? Well, you see, Calder was involved in some pretty sordid business from time to time. More often than not, I've heard. Disreputable business practices, even more disreputable clients. I've even heard he had dealings with a hut here on Dantooine. Now, I bet you're wondering if I had any reasons to kill the man, but I tell you, I hardly knew him. I saw him once or twice, yes, and I've heard some pretty unkind things about him, but certainly nothing that would make me want to kill him. How can I be of further assistance? Injured? No, of course not. Why would I have been? Fit as a bathtub. I run. I don't know if I mentioned that. How can I be of further... I was taking my daily constitutional. I just happened to be running by when I heard a shot. I ran over and found... Yes, quite often. I generally prefer running to anything else. Can't stand speed. A healthy body will breed a healthy mind. Of course, of course.
So, what do you want to know? You Jedi are so predictable. Always seeing some greater purpose behind everything. Can't you see that it must have been Handon? I found him standing over the damned body. I don't know why this is causing you so much trouble. You almost seem as lost as this Baluk guy. So, what do you want to... Yeah, I knew him. Hell, we've known each other for a good long time. Doesn't mean I really have to have liked the slimeball. Maybe I shouldn't be so hard on him. Especially now that he's dead. We were actually business partners. We were involved in some orbit-to-ground transport operations for Aerotech. Can I leave now? I should probably be the one to give the news to his wife. So, what do you... Well, I kind of sprained my ankle running through the bush before I found the body, but it's nothing that serious. So, what do you want? I told you already, didn't I? Was hunting some Irias. Haven't seen many in the area recently, what with those cat hounds acting up. Was in my blind a little south of here when I spotted one, like I said before. I shot, pow, he went down. But when I come over here, there's Handon standing over the body and the Iriaz was gone. Now, I don't have nothing to do with this, so can I go now? Ah, so, what do you want to know? Right.
Runda di hotonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule. Muchashak pakat. Runda di hotonga kun hunkabi. Muchashak pakat.
Is there any other The Southwood Speeder rental business has records that over the past 7 weeks, a speeder had been rented by Mr. Netic and Mr. Gould. Is there any other According to the municipal authorities near the Darren spaceport, there had been news of violent drunken activity in the cantina attached to the port. Apparently, a Mr. R. Lusoff was making accusations at a Mr. C. Netic about cheating him in a business deal. Is there any other Very well.
Runda di kachi. Runda di. Kachi kun itahodonga. Yeking kuno pamuleta kumjus takmiki grabelmogo. Kachichu itabodonga. Tolbabang kachi kun itahodonga. Muchashak pakat.
Yes, what's it? You got it.
So, what do you want to know? Now, I don't love Calder, but we go back a long way. We run a suborbital shipping, and we've been partners in that business for well over... Right. So, what... That blaster? Never seen it before. Calder himself had a preference for Ichani weaponry. He had this one really nice light blaster rifle that he always used. Always wished I could get myself a rifle like the one he had.
Ichanis make delicate weapons with too little firepower. Lightweight stuff, if you ask me.
That blaster ain't it, though. Calder only had the one rifle, too, so he either must have borrowed that, or it's someone else's. So, what do you... Right.
How can I be of further assistance? That blaster was stolen from my house last week. I never knew what happened to it. I hardly have enough money to afford a single blaster, let alone another. I can't tell you how important it is to have a weapon on hand with all these Revan. Even an Iriaz can take a man down if it gets in the mood. Every settler has a weapon, so I would most appreciate it if I could have that back after you determine that Rickard is the killer. How can I be of further assistance? But I realize this must seem like a motive to you, but I assure you it isn't. I dislike Calder, true. I would punch his face in, given the opportunity, but I would not... My wife was cheating on me with him. I slept in my own bed while I was in the next room. But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head for the divorce proceedings, not stalking him to kill him. Running is not a crime. How can I be of further assistance? Knock his block off, maybe, sure, but not kill him. I hope you don't find that incriminating. You know, normally I'm not prone to outbursts like that, but Calder, Mr. Medic, he was not a very nice person. Not a very nice person to me or my family. I had had my suspicions for several weeks, but had no proof until 2 days ago. It seems Calder was seeing my wife. Right under my nose, no less.
Well, if you can't keep her, it's your own fault.
But, as much as I may hate him for that, I could not kill him. It may have been my own fault for driving my wife away. I must try not to take the law into my own hands. I was just out running, trying to clear my head. How can I be of further... Of course, of course.
Is there any other... I am sorry, but I seem to be failing you. I have searched and searched, but I cannot seem to come up with any... I thought to find the record of the missing weapon report Mr. Gould filed with the authorities, but there does not seem to be one. Is there any other... We cannot get any more specific analysis from that sample, other than the fact it did not belong to Calder. Is there any other... Very well. I will be...
다 공주 스탁 미끼 그랍을 먹어. 론다 디호똥가 군 헝가비. 어느 군베스 치카치 군 이다호동가 이킹 무주샷 박한.
Is there any other information you need? I have just received back an analysis of a sample of the blood found on the blood on the weapon is definitely not Calder's. Unfortunately, there was a bacterial... We cannot get any more specific analysis. Is there any other information? These planes are right. There have been over SWTOR farms. Is there any other information? Very well. I will...
So, what do you want? Well, I kind of sprained my... So, what... You Jediers, can't you see that it... I don't know why this... Right.
How can I be of further assistance? Injured? No, of course not. Of course, of course.
똥 론다 디호똥. 무주샷 박한. 기노노 나마바올레 라치군.
Hey, quit it! Ah, yes.
론다 디호똥가 군 헝가비. 어느 군베스 칭 발라몰레 통킹바 누노덱. 똑닝 저투군네 카치군 이다하던가.
Hey, what are you doing?
제대바도 와는 이디보보. 동나붕샤니 누냐? 동바두카시 카치군 이다하던가. 이킹군 오빠 몰래라치군. 슬리모포도 나르디호동가 군가베. ronda dijo donga kun hankabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tongking ba nunotek. Tokning chatukunde mulerabes. Tong abom sha umnina. Takumjus takmiki grabul mogo. Kachichu ita bodunga. 돌바방크 원래오간 카치군 이다하던가 이킹군 오빠 론다 디호던가 군 한가비 원나군 베스 통하이트웜 지지 좀 룸파 니타 포에 티키토 돌바다봉 원래오 간도난 추추트.
Damn you. Damn both of you.
타kum주스 타미키 그라블 모고 카치추 이타 bodunga 돌바방크 원래오 간다 나루 추추트. 카치군 이다하던가 이킹군 오빠 통하이트웜 지지 좀 룸파 니타 포에 티키토 돌바다봉 원래오 간도난
You did good. You might just make a proper Jedi yet. Who knows?
아추타 뭔가 군비스 돌비 기고야.